Well, good evening, everybody. This is Rich. This is the Suffolk Crunch. And this is not the Sunday stroll. This is the Sunday sit down. I've not been in long from the game. Probably won't have time tomorrow because I'm working late. So I thought I'd jump on, sit down and discuss Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 2, more late heartbreak for Town at Portman Road this afternoon. Disappointing. But firstly, if you are watching, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. We will aim for 135 likes. Be great if you could subscribe also. But Town went into the game obviously looking for that elusive first home victory. This is game number 8. And still tonight, we are still searching. So Kieran McKenna made, as I get me cup of tea, 5 changes to the lineup. We lined up with R.O. Muric in goal, Ben Johnson coming in at right back for Harry Clark, Dar O'Shea, Cam Burgess returning in the centre of defence, and he was absolutely outstanding today. He replaced Jacob Greaves. Leif Davis at left back. Jack Taylor got his first start in the Premier League in midfield with the captain Sam Morsey. Amari Hutchinson, Chaplin in the 10, returned Sammy Smodics on the left, and Liam Delap leading the line. And for Bournemouth, they went with Azbalaga in goal, or Kepa as you know him from Chelsea, Kirkes, Huijsen, Zabinya, Smith, the back 4, Christie and Cook came into midfield. Semenyo on the left, who was a pest all day. Clivert in the 10. Tavernier on the right. And Eva Nielsen up front. So, it was Town looking to obviously get off on the front foot early. Well, literally within about 5 seconds, Sam Morsey was down. I've watched it back. Clivert just catches him with an arm. He's trying to block him off. VAR checked it, obviously. And there was no doings there. But I thought Town first half, it was pretty end-to-end open game, which probably suits Town, especially playing at home. Chaplin, I thought, was getting in some good pockets. Obviously, Delap causing chaos as he does up front. Smodics, I thought, as well. But Town take the lead on 21 minutes. Long throw-in from Leif Davis. Gets recycled by Dar O'Shea, back header, Cam Burgess. He does absolutely excellent. From where I was sitting in the Sir Alf today, upper, he could easily add a shot there in on the left-hand side, but a lovely cutback to Chaplin. Penalty spot. We've seen Chappers do that time and time again for Town. Buries it, keeps it down, finishes it, sweeps it past Kepa. Probably nothing more than Town deserved after 21 minutes. I thought they were really good. Great to see Connor get his first goal in the Premier League, and now he's completed the set of scoring in all divisions. So Town in the lead, and they thought they'd doubled their lead not long after. I've seen it back. It's Burgess he doesn't get done for the foul. It's the lap's got his arms on the goalkeeper, and I think it probably is a foul. But Bournemouth were obviously very dangerous. Semenya on the left was causing Johnson a lot of problems. Kirkes as well. He was overlapping him. Tavernier had one. He should probably score. Hits the post. But we're going in at 1-0, half-time, and we're thinking, it's a good half. We've done well there. Second half, you're thinking it's going to be tough because Bournemouth are a good side. They popped the ball about really, really well. But if we could get that second goal, and we've seen this a lot of times, don't we? Like when you're 1-0 up, you always need that second goal in the game. And the longer the game goes on and it's 1-0, you're getting a bit edgy. Delap today, for me, it was done at 60 minutes. He looked absolutely spent. And I think it was, if I look on the subs, it was, he's not made the changes until 80 and 81 minutes when he brings on Jack Clark and Ali Al-Hamadi. They come on for Sammy Smodics and Liam Delap, which quite surprising from McKenna because he normally makes them on 60, 65. And you're thinking, Look, we are paying the price here, especially in the striker department, for not signing another striker in the window. I think that is pretty obvious now that obviously George Hurst is out. Ali Al-Hamadi is doing his best and he runs around, but he lacks the quality. If George Hurst comes on, I think you see that there's not much of a drop-off when Delap goes off. Whereas when Ali Al-Hamadi comes on, and look, to be fair to him, he was playing in League Two last year for AFC Wimbledon. That does show where we are as a football club at the minute. But Delap today, there were several times in the second half, he's got to secure that ball for me. It's played into him and it was bouncing off him, or he's trying to turn. When we're under pressure, he's only young. He's only a young 21-year-old and he's had a really good start to life at Town. But when you're playing that lone striker role and you're under pressure, you need to secure that ball, take the pressure off, give everyone else a breather. And it wasn't. It was coming back too quickly. And Town, look, I thought second half, without really threatening, Bournemouth had a lot of the ball, and they're a good football side. You cannot say that they're not. They're probably where, if I look now in the table tonight, Bournemouth are sitting 8th in the league. So they're doing fantastic. We are in 18th tonight, and obviously still a little bit off safety. I'll have a look at the table in a minute, but as the game goes into the 80th minute, you're thinking, yeah, we're still 1-0. We were pretty comfortable, I'm thinking, but you're only a mistake away, obviously, from conceding a goal. And on 87, ball played into the right back channel. Look, Semenya gave Johnson a lot of trouble all game. He could have been replaced. Maybe you could have brought Harry Clark on in there because we obviously not got Axel. But we spoke about him. If you go on the socials tonight, he's getting an absolute panning. And I don't blame any supporter tonight if you're having a go at the goalkeeper, Muric, because that is a howler. It's the 4th time he's made a mistake that leads to a goal, which is the most in the Premier League this season. Stay at home. The goal does not happen. He comes out and he's literally in no man's land. Semenya just knocks it by him, comes into the middle, and Unal's there. Burgess tries his best to clear it. Unal just sort of nods it in at the back post. But the goalkeeper, he's not covered himself in glory. And I know a lot of fans are probably thinking now it's time for Christian Walton. It's not been a great signing, if I'm honest, the goalkeeper. We had, obviously, Heartache, who's not playing. He's on loan at Burnley on the bench. I think Burnley have had our pants down, if I'm honest. Really annoyed tonight because I think without that mistake, I think we're going to win that game, because then that leads to obviously, there's still 9 minutes. I think there was 6 minutes injury time. That obviously gives them a massive boost. Whereas Town, it deflates us. It's another late goal. It's another mistake. It's another game at home when we were leading, and now we've been pegged back. And then as you're going into injury time, I think a lot of people in that stadium are sensing the inevitable. And it comes on, 95 minutes. Ball played, little 1-2 in their right side, cut back. Muric does do a quite good save, and it falls to Utara, lashes it in from about 6 yards. Cue mass exodus out the stadium, and another frustrating result for Town. Another game at home. That's 8 games now without a win. It's 1 win in 15. If we look at the table tonight, we are 18th, third bottom on 9 points, and we are 4 points from safety behind Crystal Palace, who are on 13, and Leicester, who are on 14, who come back from 2-0 down late today to get a point against Brighton. And it's really, really frustrating because for a lot of this game, I think Town done quite well. There'll be a lot of people saying Kieran got his subs wrong. He took Jack Taylor off and brought Jens Kajust on. It could quite easily have been Sam Morsey for me. I think he was running on empty. I know he's your skipper. I thought Taylor still had more in the tank. I'd like to ask what is happening with Calvin Phillips. He's been on the bench the last 2 games. He's not gone on the pitch, and he's like our marquee signing. So I know he's probably not 100% fit, but if he's not fit, he shouldn't be on the bench, in my opinion. You know, we need more out of these players. You know, I know they've got injuries, and I know it's tough, but we're suffering at the minute, and a Phillips could have come on there, could have made the difference. I thought Jack Taylor played very well today. 3 players for me. I think come out of that game with a lot of credit. Cam Burgess, I think 2 or 3 times he's made last-ditch tackles and blocks. He's had a hand in the goal, obviously, with the assist. I think he was man of the match. Thought he was outstanding today. Jack Taylor in the centre of the park, very, very good. Very good today. He gives you legs in there. I thought he'd done well on the ball. He had a good shot in the first half, deflected. Keeper's done a good save. And then Connor Chaplin, obviously, scoring his first Premier League goal in the 10. I thought he was really good as well. But there's other people on that pitch today who, I thought O'Shea done okay at the back. But there's other players on there who you've got to have more. You've got to have more from the subs who are coming on to make an impact. Jack Clark come on again, didn't really get in the game. Ali Al-Hamadi run round. And then he obviously brought Cajuste and Wes Burns on, and that was, I think, 90 minutes plus 1. So they didn't have really time to make an impact. But it's another game. It's another home game that slips by. It's another home game when you've been leading. You're leading on 87 minutes. If we're going to stay in this league, you've got to win that game. No 2 ways about it. And for me, I don't want to be doom and gloom, but leaving that stadium tonight, I think the writing is on the wall this season. We all know how it's going to end. It started off really, really positively, and now we're finding it really difficult. That's 3 defeats on the trot, and they're all small margins, but we're falling on the wrong side of that small margin. And 2 home games this week, 0 points. Go to Wolves next Saturday. They play obviously tomorrow night against West Ham. Depending how they go there, if they lost that game, they could have a new manager in. But it's a real struggle for Town, I think, now with the fixtures after Wolves. Very hard. We've got about 10 games there that, if I look at them now, I'm thinking, where the hell are the points coming from? 1 win in 15. Does anyone really think 1 win in 15 and you're still going to stay in the Premier League? There'll be people out there, positive people, saying, oh, yeah, we can still do it. But for me, the writing's on the wall. I don't want to be doom and gloom, because I think we've done a lot of good things this season. But like I said a couple of weeks ago, plaudits and pats on the back, not for me anymore. You know, we can all say, oh, nice things about your football club. Oh, and you played well. Yeah, and you only just lost. Yeah, but we only just lost again, didn't we? Another game that we should have got at least a point out. For me, for my money, it should be 3 points. And there's one person to blame why we haven't got any points tonight. And I'm pointing the finger at Muric, because, again, he has made a really bad decision. If he comes for that ball, he's got to get it. There's no chance in the world he's getting that ball. If you see it back, he's literally in no man's land. He's sold himself there. He's let himself down. And he's let the supporters down. I think it's a real poor piece of goalkeeping. How long does Kieran McKenna stick with him? You keep making errors. Anywhere else on the pitch, you're probably going to get dropped. That's a vital position for me. Is Christian Walton a better goalkeeper than Muric? I think he done well against Liverpool. You know what you're going to get. And I think it's probably time for him to come in, because you have to be fair to him, because otherwise I need a sip of tea. Dry throat. If you're not going to give him a go now, when are you going to give him a go? But yeah, really, really deflating result tonight. Cameron Burgess, man of the match for me. Excellent performance. Like I say, Jack Taylor, excellent. Connor Chaplin, excellent. No lack of effort by Town, no lack of desire. Sometimes maybe a little bit of lack of quality, which I think we all know. But it's going to be difficult for Kieran to lift the group, because I was reading his comments saying that it's a devastated dressing room. And I get that. You could see the way the players were at full time, you know, down on the haunches. And it's you've got to go to that well again. You've got to lift them players again. You've got to go to Wolves next Saturday, and we've got to have a good week on the training field. But we've somehow got to scrape some points together between now and January just to stay in touch, because it's, what is it, 4 points tonight, the gap. That's probably manageable at the minute, but it could soon get to 6, 7 points, and then it's going to be very, very difficult. It'll be interesting where Town go in the transfer window. Look, we always knew it was going to be difficult this season. I'll never ever come on here thinking that it was going to be any different, but it's, once that shine wears off, we're in the new division. We haven't been here for 22 years. The sun's shining, it's all good. When you get to the winter months, and you keep losing, and you keep losing, and it's late goals, and it's small margins, it has to take a toll on the players. They can say positive things and put a positive spin on a lot of things, but nobody likes losing. We're not used to losing as a fan base over the last 2 years, but we've just got to stick with them. We've got to stick with them. A lot of good things from today, but ultimately, football is about winning and losing. And once again, Town have come out on the wrong side of a narrow defeat, but we shot ourselves in the foot there. Goalkeeper error yet again. How many more errors can he make before he loses his place? That's just what I will say. I'm being fair. I think he's had a fair crack at the whip, but now I think it might be time for him to just take us back seat, and let's see what Christian Walton can do, because he can't do any worse. There's always a mistake around the corner with Muric. He can do a lot of good things, but I think there's just a mistake waiting to happen. Obviously, Town, look, they signed up, I think it was to some goalkeeping agency, so they've obviously been recommended him. But I think if you're a Burnley fan, you're laughing all the way to the bank when you got, 8 to 10 million. Only played 10 games for them in the Premier League, and there was a reason why. And we're seeing it now, aren't we, with Ipswich Town? So we'll just wait and see. But anyway, cheers for watching, everybody. Sorry I'm not a bit more positive tonight, but I just feel a bit downcast, a bit down in the dumps. Wake up tomorrow, all might look a little bit better, but I doubt it. Anyway, like I say, 135 likes, hit the subscribe, loads of comments, get your comments in, any questions, and let's just try and be positive this week going into Wolves. I know it's a struggle. I know it's another game slips by without a win, but I do say try and enjoy it, but it's not enjoyable at the minute. I will admit to you, losing games of football, it's not very nice, and especially in that manner. If we'd have got rolled over 3-0, I don't think anyone would grumble there. You come away thinking, Bournemouth were better than us. Were they much better than us? Probably not, but they were better than us. Nottingham Forest weren't much better than us, but they were better than us. Crystal Palace weren't much better than us, but they were better than us. 3 games, no points. Not a lot of positives to take away. I know a lot of people say, but he played well, and I get that. But points on the board, 9 points from 15. For me, the writing's on the wall. Anyway, cheers for watching. See you on the next video.